All right, you guys, so I'm Pat Campbell. As he said, I served in the 82nd Airborne Division from '01 to '04. To make a long story short, to paint a picture for you, it's roughly October, November of 2002, whenever I was deployed to Afghanistan. My story is a little bit funny, not so much a sad story, but anyhow, once we got there, we showed up to Kandahar and we went into a tent called a climatization tent. Essentially, it's just a tent where you go and you just sweat and drink a lot of water to get used to the heat, because that's not something we're used to. So anyhow, after a period of time, we got our first mission, which was to go to a place called Firebase Tice, which was right outside of Deir Rud was the city. Our main objective there was to, being with the 82nd, we were supposed to provide support for the 7th Special Forces Group. So they were the ones, the civil affairs and everything else. We were the ones who did the security for Firebase Tice. Anyway, moving on with the story. To paint another picture, there's Tower 1. I was in Tower 2 as a young E4 back then. And we had constantly had these briefings that we were going to get a VBED, a vehicle-borne IED. I'm assuming everybody's heard of an IED. This one is not so much of a roadside bomb, but a car bomb. Anyhow, so we kept hearing it. So night after night, I'm in the tower watching out for this VBED that is supposed to come, right? Army intelligence, right? Right, okay. So anyhow, it never comes. Day in and day out, it never comes. So one day I'm in the tower, and there's a car coming from Deir Rud, and it's coming pretty quick, which is not something that we're not used to anyway, because it's just a dirt road in front of the encampment. In front of the encampment, we have a gate. That road goes directly in front of that gate. However, prior to getting to that gate, there's a small dip. Not a big deal. We're all used to this dip. Well, this car is coming really, really fast. He or she, whoever's driving, makes that dip, which turns towards the camp. So me being a young E4, now mind you, I turned 18 in Afghanistan. So I showed up at 17. So I'm, 17 years old and bulletproof. I just graduated, airborne school, yada. I can't die is my whole scenario, So any of you guys who have younger kids would know. But so the car is coming. It makes that turn into the dip, but it doesn't dip out when it's supposed to. And for whatever reason, he doesn't. So Tower 1 is getting excited. I'm getting excited. The way Tower 1 has the 50 cal, the big gun. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Anyway, I have a 240 Bravo, which is a 7.62 or 308. All right? So here we go. But I also have another weapon of choice, too. I also have it's a flare. It's a handheld flare, which is like a 12-gauge shotgun kick when you blow it off. But anyway, so the car is coming. It's making the dip. They have the better field of fire versus us. So I thought my greatest contribution would be, instead of me shooting, which would put me shooting over the heads of my fellow service members, I'm going to pop off this flare so I can put some subject on it. The car knows that the vehicle knows that we got eyes on them. But now, mind you, I'm not the tallest guy in the world. Whoever built these towers put an overhang on this tower, right? So you see where I'm going, all right? So I reach out and I pop this thing, right? The flare goes into the tower. We're lit up all right, me, right? So, nothing catches on fire. It's just a matter of, oh, God, everybody sees, And so essentially everyone's awake now. The 7th group is up. They're running out to the front gate. The front gate's excited. Tower 3 and 4 behind us is excited. Everyone's excited. Unbeknownst to us, because the 7th group doesn't tell us what they do in town. We got psychological operations, civil affairs, and all that stuff. They're out there to train and win the hearts and minds of the Iraqis, right? Well, we didn't know. Well, we did know that the Special Forces medic is a full-fledged PA. Not a lot of people know that. All of them are all physician's assistants by, certificate, degree, whatever it is. So anyway, they had went to town and said if there was ever an issue or a need, you guys are more than welcome to come to us. So all this guy was doing, right, was just coming. It wasn't a VBID IED. He was coming to get help. But we thought here it comes, you know? And y'all, that's my story.